Today we have special lecture by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada on the life and their activities on Shat Goswamis.
Krishna Kirtana Gana Tana Parau Premamritamani Radhirajana Priyau Priyakaram Nirmasaram Pujitau Sri Chaitanya Kripabharau Bhuvi Bhuva Bharavahantarakau Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghunatha Sri Deva Gopalakau Bande Rupa Sanatana Raghunatha Sri Deva Gopalakau Rupa Sanatana, two. Bande Rupa Sanatana, Raghunatha. There are two Raghunathas. One Raghunath Bhatta and one Raghunath Dasa. Two Raghunath and Rupa Sanatana. Krishna Kirtana Gana Tana Parau Premamritam Bani. And Krishna Kirtan, whenever one is merged in Krishna Kirtan, that means he is merged into the ocean of love of Krishna. That should be the test. As soon as Krishna, this sound is vibrated, one immediately begins merge into the ocean of love. That is the sign of pure devotion, immediately. So these Goswamis, they Premamritamani. So they merge immediately into the ocean of love of God. Krishna Chaitanya Gana Tana Parau Premamritamani Dhira Dhirajana Priyau Priyakaram Nirmasaram Pujitam. And these Goswamis were dear both to the devotees and non-devotees. Not that they were simply liked by the devotees, but non-devotees also liked them. That was the position. A devotee's position is Ajata Satru. He has no enemy. He has no enemy. Ajata Satru. Nirmasala. Nirmasala means because they are not envious. A devotee is always open to everyone. There is no question of discrimination, that this person should be allowed to chant Hare Krishna and this person should not be allowed. No. On the material platform, there is difference, high, low, man, woman, this or that. But in the spiritual platform, there is no such difference. Therefore, they are non-envious, nirmasa. And because they were non-envious, pujito means they are worshippable. A person should be worshipable because he is non-envy. Sri Chaitanya Kripabharo. Such kind of position can be attained by one who has acquired the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Sri Chaitanya Kripabharo Bhuvi Bhuva Bharavahanta. And such person can deliver the suffering humanity from this material contamination. Therefore, we offer our respectful obeisances unto the six Goswamis, Rupa, Sanatana, to Raghunath, Gopal Bhatta, and Sri Jiva Goswami. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopalakam. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopalakam. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopalakam. Nana Shastra Vicharanai Kanipunam Sadharma Sanstapakam Lokanam Hitaparinam Tribhuvane Mannam Sharanyakaram Radha Krishna Padaravinna Bhajananande Namastalikam. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopalakam. Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghunath Sri Jiva Gopalakam. Nana Shastra Vicharanai Kunipuno. They are experts in scrutinizingly studying all the scriptures. Nana Shastra Vicharanai Kunipuno. Nipuno means expert. Why? Sadharma Sanstapaka, to establish a real religion in the world. Real religion. Just yesterday we have received one letter from Mr. Renovik, Vancouver. He says that the Canadians, they want real religion. That's very good, encourage. Anyone, if he is anxious to have real religion, for him, this is the best thing. This Krishna's sankirtana. So, without religion, human society is nothing but animal society. It is simply polished animalism. So, these Goswamis, they made so many books to guide us. You have read Rupa Goswami's Bhakti-rasamrita Sindhu. That is the first direction in the line. So, they always worked very hard, day and night. Their business was writing books or chanting and dancing. And other necessities, eating, sleeping, mating, and fearing, they practically abolished. There is no question of mating, there is no question of fearing, and sleeping, they used to sleep at first 1.5 hours daily, in 24 hours. And eating, that is also practically nil. when they felt hungry, they would go to some householder's home and beg one chapati or two chapatis. That's very. So, Nana Shastra Vicharanai Kanipino Sadharma Sangasthapako. Why? Lokanang Hitakarino. The mission of saintly person is simply to think how this suffering humanity will become happy by spiritual consciousness. That is their business. They are not for exploiting. The whole material world is trying, one man is trying to exploit another, one nation is trying to exploit another nation, one society is trying, this is struggle for existence. They have invented this law that might is right, you struggle, and if you are powerful, just like there is now struggle between Russia and America, or China and America, this is going on. So, everyone is suffering. The struggle for existence means a condition of suffering. And these saintly persons, devotees of Krishna, not only devotees of Krishna, any devotee of God, their business is to see how people become happy. Lokanang hitakarina. Therefore, Tribhuvane Manno, the devotees are worshipped not only in this planet, but in other planets also, wherever they will go. There is a nice verse in Chanakya Pandit, Viddattang cha nipattang cha naivatulyam kadat. He says that a rich man and a learned man cannot be compared. There is no comparison. Why? Because Sadeshi Pujyate Raja Vidyan Sarvatra Pujyate. A rich man may be honored in his own country, but a learned man, a devotee of God, he will be honored wherever he goes. Sadeshe Pujyate Raja Vidyan Sarvatra Pujyate. So, this is the position of devotee. Therefore, a devotee, wherever he goes, he will be honored. Therefore, a devotee has no distinction whether it is heaven or hell. Because Krishna is with him either in heaven or hell. So, where there is Krishna, or there is no question of hell, it is Vaikuntha. Just like Haridas Thakur, he did not enter Jagannath temple at Puri. He thought himself that I am born in Mohammedan family. These Hindus, they are against any Mohammedans entering the temple. Oh, why shall I go and disturb them? I shall chant here. So, Jagannath himself was coming daily to him. This is the power of devotee. He hasn't got to go to Jagannath, but Jagannath comes to see him. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come daily to Haridas Thakur when he was going to take bath in the sea. So he would first of all enter Haridas's cottage. Haridas, what you are doing? Yes, my Lord, please come. So this is the position of devotee. Therefore Krishna says, Mad bhaktya puja bhudika. If somebody worships a devotee, that worshipment is more valuable than worshipping Krishna. Krishna, they say that. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami happened to be the only boy of his father, and his uncle, he was very rich man's son, but he left home for Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His life should be discussed as follows, that from the very beginning he was very much detached to worldly life. So his father and mother saw that this boy is very much detached. He should be immediately married with a beautiful wife. So that was done. He was given a very nice house and beautiful wife, but still he was very much detached. So when he was a householder, he met Nityananda at Panihati, and he prayed Lord Chaitanya to take him with him. At that time Chaitanya was sannyasi. Lord Chaitanya instructed him that don't be in hurry. Gradually, Krishna will give you chance to be aloof from these worldly affairs. He was very intelligent, even though he was detached from the worldly affairs, but from his activities it appears that he was very intelligent in worldly affairs. While somehow or other, some political reasons, his father and uncle was to be arrested by the minister of the then Muslim government, and his father and uncle hid themselves to avoid the arrest. Then the agent of the Nawab, he arrested Raghunatha Dasa. So, tell where is your father and uncle, otherwise you shall torture. So he did not answer anything. But after some time, when he was in arrest, he very politely presented his case to the minister. My dear sir, I know my uncle, father and yourself, you are very intimate friends and treat each other as brothers. So sometimes there is some quarrel between brothers, that I can understand. But so far I am concerned, I am equally affectionate to my father, uncle as well as to yourself. I am also your son. In this way, when he very politely presented, the minister became very much affected, and he began to cry. Yes, this boy is very nice. So immediately he released him and told him that, yes, we are brothers. Now, if you settle up our disagreement, that will be very nice. So he was released, and he made a settlement between the minister and his father and uncle. So in that settlement he showed his worldly intelligence very nice. He was not a less politician. His management was so nice. That means Vaishnava is not less intelligent. He can manage anything. But that does not mean that he is attached to anything. This example we get from Sri Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. Even in his household life, he managed things very intelligent. But later on, he left home. He was guarded by the watchman of his father and uncle, but he somehow or other got out of their watch and ward, and he directly went to see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And when Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw him coming to his center, he very much welcomed him And he said, Raghunath, you have been saved by Krishna from the whole of stew. Your father and uncle happened to be friend of my grandfather. Lord Chaitanya's grandfather was Nilamba Chakravarti, and he was a very well-known, learned Brahmin. So all the big men were known to him. So these father and uncle of Raghunatha Dasa Goswami used to call him as elder brother. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took this opportunity that your father and uncle is in brotherly relation with my grandfather. Therefore, your father and uncle happens to be my grandfather. Generally, the grandfather and the grandson, they treat themselves joking. So I can joke your father and uncle. You do not be sorry. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami did not reply anything. He was very submissive. So in that connection, he said that your father and uncle is a worms of the stew. They are very much fond of material enjoyment. And Krishna has saved you from that hole of stew. So in this way, he criticized his father and uncle. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami did not reply. Then he entrusted him to his secretary, Swarup Damodar, for his teaching. And in this way, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was known as Swarup Raghunath. So, his father became very sorry that the boy has left home and he has gone to Chaitanya. They are mendicants, very hard life, how this boy will live. So immediately he sent some servants and 400 rupees. 400 rupees in those days, 100 times valuable than at the present moment. So you are sending 400 rupees regularly per month. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was accepting them, but he was spending the money by prasad distribution to the saintly persons of Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was also invited, and he also used to go. But after some time, he stopped that invitation. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu inquired, so why Raghunatha does not nowadays invite us? What is the matter? So Swarup Damodar informed him that he is no more accepting the rupees sent by his father. Oh, he has left it? Yes, sir. It's very nice. Then how is living? Now he stands on the staircase of Jagannath temple at night, and when the pujaris go away, they give some food stuff and eat that. Oh, that's nice. So one day, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to see how Raghunath. This means Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had good attention on Raghunath's activities, although he was entrusted to his secretary for teaching. So one day he went to that staircase. He did not find Raghunath Das there. So he inquired, I did not find Raghunath Das there. So his secretary informed, so he has left that also, practice. Why? Then how he is eating? No, he does not go anywhere, ask anybody, but he stands on the outside of the kitchen of Jagannath, and whatever rice is thrown from the outlet of that kitchen, while the kitchen is washed, he collects some rice and eats those rice. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very much glad to hear that Raghunatha Dasa Goswami is practicing so much renunciation. So all of a sudden one day he went to his room and Raghunatha, I did not see you for so many days. Then he found out in a pot those collected rice were kept and immediately he took it. Oh, you have got very nice rice here, and began to eat. Raghunatha Dasa Goswami immediately caught his hand and said, it is not fit for your eating. Oh, I am eating so nice. He said, it is not fit for me. That means Lord Chaitanya encouraged him that don't be discouraged that this is bad or this is not fit. I can eat, anyone can eat. In this way, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was elevated to a very exalted position amongst the Goswamis. He is known as Das Goswami because he belongs to the Kayastha family, and other Goswamis, they belong to Brahmin family. Therefore, in order to keep his position as subordinate to the Brahmins, he was known as Das Goswami. But it does not make any difference whether a Brahmin is a Goswami or a non-Brahmin is Goswami. He is equally respected. This Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, later on, after Lord Chaitanya's disappearance, he went to Vrindavan to associate with the other Goswamis, and he remained mostly at Radha Kunda. And he passed his day at Radha Kunda. His tomb is there, still in Radha Kunda. And he has got established a temple, that is Raghunatha Dasa Goswami's temple. All the Goswamis established some temple separately. That temple is also there. Some of the instruction that such exalted personalities used to keep regular routine work. Another thing that is also very difficult. At Radha Kunda, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami did not eat every day. He would eat every alternate day, or maybe after 2 days, he would take a little butter, say about 10 grains or 20 grains. And that was his foodstuff, and the whole day and night he engaged himself in chanting, in writing books. He did not write many books, but some of his prayers are very famous. Some prayers, mostly he was engaged in chanting and offering obeisances, circumambulating Raghunatha Dasa Goswami. Life is so glorious.
There is a verse by Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, Vairagya Vidya Nirabhakti Yogam Apayan Man Anabhipsu Andham Kripam Buddhija Stavaham Sanatanang Prabhu Kripam Buddhija Sanatanang Prabhu Tamaham Asya. Like that. Sanatan, 6 Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Raghunath Dasa Goswami, Jiva Goswami. So Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, he was a very rich man's son, and he was youngest. All the Goswamis used to treat him as younger brother. So he is writing his realization, the Vairagya Vidya Nija Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga, devotional service, is another name is Vairagya Vidya. Vairagya Vidya Vairagya means renunciation. We are now caught up by this material body and we have to get out. So this process of getting out is non-cooperation. That is called Vairagya. So Raghunatha Dasa Goswami says that I was unwilling to accept this Vairagya Vidya. But he forced me to take it. And apayanman anabhipsu andham. Because I was blind, I thought that this material world is everything. Therefore I was blind. And therefore I was unwilling also. People are unwilling to accept the Krishna consciousness because they are blind. They do not see actual position of their life. That is the position, condition. So they are busy simply for sense gratification. So Vairagya Vidya means not sense gratification, but to satisfy Krishna. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam, to satisfy the senses of Krishna. Material life means satisfying our own senses. And Vairagya Vidya or devotional service means satisfying Krishna's sense. Yes.
Raghunatha Dasa Goswami was offering obedience around the Radha Kunda hall. And so many times they fell fallen. They are falling down. Still there are many devotees. They do that. You fall down and then go up. Then the Swami point at your head is touching. You just a line again. And then stand there and fall down. Sit down. And then stand there and fall down. Too much and head. They can never yeah. They see how I do good exercise. Yeah, the chair fall down in big way. Flat. They make a line. And I stand again in that line. Again fall down. Make a line. Again that line. Kill your throat. Around. But the Shah, in the comes austerity, which is that they very lenient that we're going to back to our head. Of course, there is so many concessions for me. But at the same time, we should be very much aware of the responsibility that we have decided to go back to our head after being this body. So we have to perform some austerity. The austerity in our Gaudiya Sampradaya is very simple. Following the four principles, restriction, avoiding the offensive, and chanting regular being, that's all. And hearing, chanting and hearing both things. Not only chanting, but we hear even Bhagavatam. In this way, we should engage that for our wisdom. Here, chant very quick, When you go to a lecture for preaching, that is also time for a speak. And automatically there is hearing. In time there is hearing. The Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, there is memorizing also. Unless you memorize all the Pantis and Sattva, Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, you cannot say Savanam, Kirtanam, Yasya, Smaranam, Parasivanam, Archanam, Virijattanam, Bandhanam, offering prayer. Hare Krishna is also prayer. Hare Krishna, Krishna, oh, the energy of Krishna. Please engage me in your service. With Hare Krishna is simply prayer. The Savanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, Parasevanam, Archanam, Bandhanam, Dasyam, always remain engaged as servant, Dasyam, Shakham, always think Krishna is the best friend, Atma-Nivedanam, dedicating everything to Krishna. And we have to be utilized under these processes 24 hours. Out of that, because we have got this body, it requires eating, sleeping, making. Still the element is there. Eating is there, sleeping is there, mating is there, depending is there, but not excessive. Eating, sleeping, mating, and depending, this is reduced. To come to the point, no sleep, no eating. That is not possible. But spiritual when one gets the Raghunatha Dasa, he gets to that point. And no sleep, no eating. All the times they are not sleeping more than 2 hours. So, why about Goswamis? Even big for me, like 2 hours was Gandhi, they were also not sleeping. I heard that Napoleon Bonaparte, he was not sleeping. He was sleeping when he was passing from one party to another on his horse. He slept down. He never went to the bedroom or sleep. Gandhi used to do that. He would sleep when he was passing from one station to another, in motor car, he would sleep. That means when one is engaged in some serious business, he sleeps more, less. I was in yoga when I was not that many hours. So at night I was sleeping and I was studying still 2 days. 2 days. Therefore I was able to write so many books. Yes. So one should be engaged in serious business, then sleeping will be less. If there is if we become lazy, if we have not sufficient engagement, then sleeping will come. Sufficient engagement, but sufficient eating, and then the next result is sleeping. So we have to adjust things. We should not sleep more than 7 hours. 6 hours at night or 1 hour. Very sufficient.